Now, this topic that I'm about to talk about, I know it's going to feel like I'm targeting a lot of people, but I promise you, I promise you, that is not what it is. I think this is a topic that personally I feel like people should talk about. I feel like a lot of people should raise awareness to this just because a lot of dudes I know struggle in this area. Fellas, if you grew up, right? If you grew up admiring sports, I understand the beauty of the traits and intangibles that sports could grant to somebody via, i.e., teamwork. You know what I'm saying? Preparation, discipline, all these great attributes that could be installed just by, just by youth football, AAU basketball. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? As these individuals progressively grow up throughout middle school, high school, whatever the case may be, for some, their life revolves around sports. Like that's just what it is. Like, and it could vary depending on what state. I'm sure people from Texas, right? If you're a kid loving football, that's all you know, really. You know what I mean? And one thing that I've noticed graduating from high school and even graduating collegiately, some of my former teammates, my homeboys, that's their identity is sports. Dog, I'm saying this with absolute, genuine, and pure love. Dog, there is so much more to life than sports. Now, I'm not gonna tell the individual that if their way out is sports, go ahead and completely be obsessed and devote your life to it. If that's your way out, you notice you're receiving a benefit from this. So from kids that are going to college and getting these big, these big stipend checks and all that, like, yes, and you're taking care of your family. Yes, utilize your physical capabilities in order to make the the status of your life change. Go ahead. I think that's a smart idea. But if you are an individual, and I'm not telling you to quit your dreams, it's not what I'm sitting here and telling you. I'm not telling you to quit your dreams, but I'm telling you this: do not allow sports to completely consume who you are. And I'm not telling like you got to understand. A lot of these kids, right? They grow up playing youth football. Then they go to middle school. They're still playing all these sports, which is good. Then they go to high school and they literally devote all their 4 years of high school to football. Then they graduate, no offers, and then they're a shell of themselves. They're depressed. They're moping around. Now they're questioning, what else can I contribute to society? So I'm here to personally tell you, there is so much more to life than sports. You could be a CEO at a company. You could be this software engineer. You could be a freaking brain surgeon. What I'm sitting here and telling you is you're capable of more than just sports. Just sports. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna talk to my peers, like, yo, for the black community, you're not you're not simply just a ball player. You're not simply just a ball player. You could be more than that. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that I've always advocated for the youth, bruh, stay in school. I know people hear it a lot. I know you get it from your uncle. I know Uncle Juju tells you to stay in school. I get it, Mark. So why are you telling me again? I'm telling you because it matters. What's up here, what's between the ears, is by far the most important thing for you to cultivate. That's the most important thing for you to develop. What's between your ears, what's in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, your heart, your passions, they matter. They do. I'm not gonna sit here and discredit your passions. I'm a very passionate person. So I'm not gonna sit here and discredit that. But at the same time, too, I understood very well throughout high school and throughout college that, like, yo, like, I'm kind of more than a guy that just jumps in sand and runs straight. Like, I literally sat there with myself and I thought about it, like, yo, like, let's say if things don't turn out how I want to athletically, I'm gonna better my mind. I'm gonna sit here and grasp all the knowledge that I possibly can. And I knew this at a young age, that knowledge was only powerful when you apply it. That's it. So I sat there and gathered this and that and this and this and this and this and put myself in areas and environments where I was amongst smart people. You know what I mean? I was amongst smart individuals that were always sharing and giving me nuggets. What did I do? I absorbed it like a sponge, boy. That's what I did. I absorbed it like a sponge, boy. Now what I did, I went ahead and applied it. So it just didn't go through one ear and out the other. It went through one ear, sat in my mind, and I just went out there and replicated it. That's all that it was. So I'm telling you guys here, for those that are having like this identity crisis when they grow up playing football and understand that, like, okay, I only got 2 offers and they're to the schools that I don't really want to go to, and they're not this D1 caliber, eye gazing offer, bro. Life is still beautiful. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be okay. All you have to do is just simply pivot. Just simply pivot. Ideally, I would want you to make that pivot earlier, but man, always have a backup plan. Whenever the sports stuff doesn't, the statistics to even get to the professional level is absolutely crazy to me. It's crazy, but that's how. But it's a good thing because that's how tough it is. It takes a different caliber of athlete to really devote themselves and become obsessed in order to get there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna be honest. It weeds out certain people. It does. But in the midst of that, and you come into realization of that, okay, how can I better myself in order to further progress in life? You know what I'm saying? School might be the avenue. Starting a business and becoming an entrepreneur might be the avenue for some. You know what I'm saying? Like, that might be the route. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here to encourage you. Yo, just because you didn't get an offer from this big school, dude, you are more than an athlete. You are more than a guy that catches a football. You are more than a guy that shoots an orange-shaped, surface, an orange-shaped ball into a round hoop. You are more than a guy that just runs straight. Like, a lot of y'all have to understand you're just more than an athlete. When you understand you are more than an athlete, that's what changes the game. I promise you. That's what changes the game. And then you could fall back on who you really are. I thought my senior year of college, I thought that I was going to struggle with not being able to be affiliated with an organization, a school, and competing. Like, I thought that was going to change who I was, but I understood, like, whoa, Mark was bigger than the athlete. I've always understood that. My personality, how I carried myself, just how vibrant my energy is. I understood very quickly, like, bro, like, if this sports stuff doesn't really pan out, like, at the end of the day, I trust myself enough that I'm going to put myself in situations for me to get better, to progress in life regardless. You know what I mean? So, yeah, in the meantime, sports were great. Met dope people, was taught by wonderful coaches. I will never take back those memories at all. I'll make those same decisions 100% of the time, but I understood within my journey, my school books matter. My grade point average mattered. What sort of knowledge I was retaining mattered. How I carried myself. What I wanted in my future. Like, those were the things that really mattered to me. So then if the track stuff went went how it went, I was fine. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling y'all this right now, bro. If things sport-wise don't work out, man, rely on who you are and develop on who you are. You feel what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you're not going to be there forever. The sport is. Football is going to be, it was there 20 years ago. I would assume it's going to be there 20 years later. You know what I'm saying? So, but you're not. So it's like, what are you going to do with that time? How are you going to take care of yourself? And how are you going to progress in life? That's what's really important. It's your boy.